Hello, everyone. Latiste here. Hope you all are having a great Wednesday. Happy full moon day, full moon in strawberry. This reading is being pulled from Vedic astrology energy, but you can be in Western as well. This is for anyone if you feel called to it, resonate with it at any time. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get into it. If you chose this card, the Scorpio card, it is full moon in Scorpio. It's time to release negativity. And with this energy coming in, full moons are about resolutions, climaxes, being able to see the full resolve of things. It is the end, a resolution. And so, with this time to release negativity, this is if you were thinking about something when you clicked on this, or you're thinking about something now, whether that's a relationship, a dilemma, something that's been weighing on your heart or in your mind, this is a time to release that. Oh, oh, nice. If you've been feeling stressed, if you've been feeling worried, doubtful, mulling over a situation over and over again, if you feel like you haven't been treated right or respected, if you feel like you are just kind of going through a lot more ebbs and flows continuously, it's time to release that negativity and start to push forward in a way that is more mindful of self care, self acknowledgement, and true growth, and not holding on to the stressors, the disappointments I'm hearing, the pushbacks, the I'm hearing no more why. Why did this happen? Why didn't this work out? Why am I feeling this way? Why is it always me? Why? And it's moving more into a sense of, yes, this is me. Yes, I can move forward. Yes, I am learning. A lot more yeses are coming into the play here, with allowing yourself to structure and releasing it, the negativity. It's also time of sexually charged energy as well, of being able to alchemize and use that to create something, to explore a deeper sense of self and who you are and your purpose, and allowing that to be the platform of what it is, the format of what you're going to lay out moving forward after this full moon in strawberry. Okay, so let's just go ahead and pull some cards and get a little bit deeper understanding of what you need to let go and release in that negativity. Okay, yes, here. I mean, all's well that ends well. I'm hearing the Beyonce song, "You're part of something way bigger, bigger than you, bigger than me." So I'm feeling like you guys are holding on to the very small things, things that don't really matter, things that are minute, things I'm hearing you're holding on to the trials and the tribulations a little bit too much. A little bit holding on to the setbacks, the denials, when what you need to be saying right now is yes to a whole lot more things. Yes to self, yes to change, yes to growth, yes to feeling those emotions and allowing it to navigate you to a better place. But you are definitely a part of something way bigger, and you are destined for that. Okay? Don't hold on to the challenges. I'm hearing Rico nasty lyric when she's like, "You the type of laugh, you the type to brag about it. I'm the type to laugh it off." Some people enjoy being in like a victim or hurt mindset because of the attention that it applies to your life. And Spirit is saying you don't need to be a victim to get the attention that you deserve, that you so rightfully need. This is a time for change for you guys. Scorpio energy is about magic. It's about digging into the depths. It's about uh, using that energy. It's about that sexually charged energy being focused and determined, that fluidity, of being able to take that. Yes, it is a fixed sign, but with fixed signs, sometimes they get really stuck up on one situation, one thing, going over and over and over again, telling this, and there's a sense of not really moving past it, even though they're saying they're moving past it. So you want to make sure that when you are actively doing it, you're not just mulling over the cracks. You're like, okay, I'm going to uproot this. That way, I can truly and actively move in a sense that is worthy of me and my time and my efforts. Okay. After the collective. We will be together again. Excuse me. Yeah, this is a relationship that has ended. I mean, now she's seen me standing here. Do I look good, my dear? Do I look good today? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you guys, this is it. And this is about ending of relationships. That's also what the card means. It's about relationships no longer working out. Like I said, if you weren't treated right, if you felt like you didn't get the respect that you deserve, the recognition that you deserve, the compassion, the care, the grace, the understanding, the growth within the relationship that you deserve, you recognize that you needed to take a step back and and move forward and shift and shake things up and recognizing that, right? There we go. And so you guys continuously, I'm hearing like, why didn't this work out? I'm hearing the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. So it's a time to release that negativity. Sometimes negativity and mourning gets a little bit confused. That grief gets a little bit confused. When you're holding on to something and not truly grieving, grieving is about recognizing that you lost something, right? So with the releasing of the negativity, the change, the moving forward is recognizing that you have lost something and you have to come to terms with that, right? And recognizing that. Let's pull this final cards. Yeah. You guys really got to let this person go, this situation go, because it is no longer serving you of any kind of relief, any kind of purpose, especially with this being such a prominent special moon happening here with the strawberry moon. It is about that optimism, that growth, that expansion, that intellect, that prosperity really pushing you forward. But if you're holding on to something, I love to say, if I got so many things in my hand, I can't pick up what's new for me. So recognize that we have so many things remind me of you. We'll be together again. You speak to me through music, and I will wait for a sign for you. So this energy is really giving, like you are looking for this person in every place and everything, in every situation. This can be an old friendship. This can be an old lover. This can be family. It feels like you're looking for them everywhere and looking for a sign. And when you're looking for a sign, you'll start making up signs, and you have to be very careful with that, especially as a spiritual person. When you're looking for a sign, you'll see everything as a sign that this person wants me, this person is thinking about me. But you have to remember that you're grieving something. This person is in your mind because you're grieving them. They're no longer in your life. So some things will trigger you or set you off or remind you of them, but it isn't like we'll be together again. The spirit is letting me know right now is not the time to even think about that because you just lost them. It is the time to really truly move forward. If they're speaking to you through music, it's because it's a frequency that you are listening to. It's like listening to sad music to stay more sad. You know what I mean? So it's recognizing that I will wait for a sign from you. It's like you're actively looking for that. And Spirit is saying it's time to release, looking for someone, and it's time to start looking for yourself, thinking for yourself, recognizing yourself, right? We have, I can still see you standing there. I wonder if you're happy without me. I am not available, right? And this is why Spirit also wants you to move on, is because the person that you were back then is not even here anymore either. You're not the same after a loss, after a change, after a dynamic, right? After a trial, after a challenge. You're not even the same after a blessing, after a gift, after love. So, with you still seeing this person standing there, I'm hearing in your mind's eye, I'm hearing, I still see the shadows in my room. Dun, 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 dun. Who's that by Juice World? That's the song I'm hearing. It's like you still see this person, but you are grieving them. You are grieving the relationship that you did have. You're grieving what you feel like you could have had. But you have to be really present in the moment when it's time to release negativity, doubt, fear, stress, worry, whatever it is. Because it's a navigation to recognize that you are thinking more about this person in your head and not about you without this person, if that makes sense. I hope I'm making sense. So you're thinking about you with this person versus you're thinking about you without this person. It has to be two separate energies at this moment in time, two separate energies, because you're not available. Where you're going, where the shift is happening, where it's making you're not available. Because you can't come with me. It was my fault, but I blamed you. I'm hearing vulnerability was a task for me that I was not ready to complete or start. So you could be dealing with not feeling like you're able to be as vulnerable with people now or even then. Like it was something that you set out to do and you possibly feel like you started to do it, but you weren't able to complete it. You weren't able to set it up. And that could have been where the fault has lied. It's like I blamed you for us not having a communication, but when it was time to communicate, when I felt a certain type of way, I never brought it up. It could be I didn't feel like our intimacy was great, but when it was time to actually tell the person how you felt in the bed, you didn't speak up. It's those things where you initially were putting it on the person like, well, I mean, it was them, and now it's time for that reflection. And that's why they can't come with you because who you are is completely different than who you were. Because you had a lot of fault thrown around without taking in that accountability. And sometimes that fixed energy can be really stuck in the ways of no, 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 this is it. But Scorpio is the depths of the soul, that secrecy, that facade. I don't even want to say facade that I'm able to like mask in a way. But when that mask comes off, when that truth comes off, it stings like a scorpion. It lashes out essentially in a sort of way, in a sort of energy. So it could have been I blamed you. It could have been a sense of recognizing so many things, recognizing like, hey, I projected a lot on this person, or I didn't allow this person in as well, and now it affected the relationship and how it was supposed to work out, how I wanted to work out, but I also wasn't actively being who I needed to be in this relationship. Well, yeah, sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. Your body language says so much. You read more into the person than you allowed the person to be sometimes. And so again, you are going through a grieving stage. Full moons are ending. You're going through a grieving stage and ending. And it's going to be a long time before it gets to the new moon energy. So it's going to be continuously the moon slowly going away. It's going to be a process of you healing self, of you taking accountability, of you recognizing, of you working on self, of you truly allowing yourself to be structured in a way that is mindful and intentional, intuitively intentional about the path that you're setting out. I feel like you want to be together again with this person so that you can prove who you are and who you want to be when they're not even the same person either as well because they're grieving you. They're mourning your loss in the relationship that could have been and what could have set up, right? So you're reading so much into somebody, but it's because of what you're feeding. Like I said, you're looking for so many signs, so many outways that you didn't allow that truly in to be uh, cognitive in a sense, right? Mm, yeah. Ooh, ooh, I'm not taking all those cards. I just slid. They just slid. Says I left you before you could leave me. I love myself enough to walk away. Like I said, it's ooh. It's recognizing that. Like I said, and that's right over the fault, and you can't come with me. You recognize that you weren't showing up to your full capacity in a relationship, and that's also something that you need to release. That is also negativity. You feeling like I could have did this, and that can lead to shame and bitterness of self, resentment for your past and who you were. You were you at all moments of time, whether you liked how you acted or you didn't like how you acted. You were still you at all of those moments and points in time. So you have to take that in and recognize that. So you left somebody, and I feel like this is not even a physical love. It's like when you were blaming this person, when you were pushing this person back, when you weren't being allowing this person in, um, when you had a little bit of insecurity, all those things is you slowly leaving the relationship. Slowly leaving the relationship. You were leaving this person before you actually fully left. And so that's why you put I love myself enough to walk away, because you had to recognize that you weren't showing up in a full capacity that you could have and should have been, right? Let's get some final messages from this deck. Ooh. These cards are so like smooth and slippery. Thank you. Thank you. Sometimes you just gotta take it. There we go. Alrighty. Oh, I hope I will see you again sometime. I'm hearing as a new me, as a new person, even if we don't come together. We have I don't really know you. Yeah. You guys, I feel like you guys knew a version of each other. But once this break started to slowly happen in the relationship, when you actually fully drifted apart and released each other, you recognize I don't know this person. I couldn't recognize them out of a lineup. You didn't really recognize this person. We have leaving you hurt me too. Just because something wasn't right, or it didn't work out or wasn't what it could have been, doesn't mean that you didn't feel the hurt. Even if you were slowly leaving the relationship or they were slowly leaving the relationship, that's why it's a mourning. It's a grief. It's a sadness. Sadness is not negativity. Hurt is not negativity. But mulling over the situation, stressing about it, worrying about it, looking for signs, hoping to find somebody that shoulda, coulda, woulda, that is what leads to the negativity of resentment, of bitterness, of shame. But you feeling hurt, you feeling sad, you feeling all these things is not that. Yeah, I hope that you can forgive me one day. And even if you don't get that forgiveness, you need to forgive yourself. Because they could forgive you and you guys still never meet again, still never talk again, and they can forgive you, but you'll never know. I couldn't tell you face to face, you don't know how hard it was to let you go. Yeah, like I said, it wasn't an easy thing. It wasn't something, but it was something that you were slowly pulling away from, right? Well, I wanted to tell you so much, I was careless with you. And that's where that blame comes in, that projecting comes in, maybe that insecurity came in, the lack of communication came in, the respect, the lack of consideration, the being one thing but really wanting to say and be another, all of those things, that's careless. When you aren't showing up as your full-fledged self, whether that's you being like, hey, I don't know how this is going to work out or what's going on, but you're acting in a certain way like it is, that is also being careless with someone. They should get the full you, and you should get the full of them. You want to tell them so much, but you just want to tell them and apologize and tell them how careless you were, and where things could have went better. But you don't get that opportunity all the time. Yeah, this card was sticking out. We need to let each other go. This is what this woman is. That is what you need to let go. Relationships can turn from a learning lesson to a hindrance very, very quickly. Very, very, very quickly. And it's a matter of releasing that in your own mindsets. You gotta weave and work some magic with yourself. And it's not gonna, like I said, it's gonna be a long time before the new moon. And the reason why I'm saying that is because new moons are about new starts. But you have to go through the waning period. Or is it waxing? Is it waxing or waning? Wax on, wane off. Waning period. I was right. It's like you're weaning yourself off of this person. It's going to take time. So give yourself that grace, give yourself that love, give yourself that understanding, because it is going to take some time to really, truly, honestly get there. To live your life without this person, whether that's friends, family, or a lover. You know, it's really taking the time to really recognize, okay, I'm completely different than who I was and who I want to be. All right, let's go ahead and get some final messages for you here. Ooh. All right, third, what do you have for the collective in regards to releasing the negativity of this relationship that has ended? Yeah. Once you release, there'll be better times. You got the Four of Cups in reverse. You got to release. Once you recognize, like, okay, I truly let this go. I truly understand the part that I played in it. And the part that they played in it is a recognition, like, okay, yeah, it's a burden on your chest, on your back, on your mind. Seeing this person consistently, thinking about this person consistently, it's pushing you to the back. And it's hard to heal and grow and prosper if you're thinking about someone else in your mind, something else in your mind. Actively looking for them, actively doing things. I'm hearing anyone reaching out to their friends and their family, stalking the pages. You have to truly separate yourself from this person in all aspects. Take your time, but start making those steps. Start taking those steps. Because having that burden on you, you don't want to take that into the next relationship. You don't even want to take it into your current relationship with yourself. Yeah, Five of Pentacles coming in here. No longer feeling lost. Like I said, you definitely recognize that you weren't showing up as the best person that you could be. Not even like, oh, I was doing this. Like, you weren't showing up as you. And that is always going to be the best person. Fully you. Thank you, Spirit. You weren't showing up as the full you because you were you in all aspects. But you weren't showing up as the full you. Truly allow that in. But now you're recognizing, okay, this is where I find peace, is in my solitude, is in my growth, is in my restoration, is in my truth, is in acknowledging that. And then, I'm not saying that they were the golden goose of the egg, okay? Because they had their faults too as well. That's just relationships. So it's recognizing that and taking that in. It's time to release. You're not in a hopeless situation. You're just in a new one. Nashe. We got Temperance coming in here. Yeah, Sagittarius energy. That balance of things. That recognize I need to restore and give healing energy into myself. Calming energy into myself. Allow myself to sit there and balance and mix things. Mix my pain with progress. Mix my hurt with healing. Mix my loss with relief. And the way that you're looking for signs and things, you're gonna find it. You're gonna be healed. You got 10, 10, 10. It's an ending. It is an ending. 10 of Wands, 10 of Swords. It is mentally and physically weighing on you. It is putting you in a box, and Spirit is saying, we need to get you out of that. You have not met, experienced, or loved all the people that you will meet, experience, and love. Don't put yourself in a box and restrict, and don't look so far back that you try to live there. Yeah, you are stronger than you know. Leo energy, strength energy. Recognizing that as much power as you have to take them down, so do they. So recognize that balance of things, that reconstruction of self. I'm hearing you are reconstructing yourself again. Okay. We have the Five of Swords in reverse. Yeah, you needed to find out about this situation. Like I said, it's was needed. So that way you can show for yourself the trickery, the deceit, the lack of respect, lack of compassion. Yeah, Five of Wands. You guys have a very balanced reading. I don't know if you guys are peeping this. 10, 10, 5, 5. A lot of endings happening. This was a long time coming. Like I said, you have been slowly leaving the relationship. And whether it was you that wasn't fully showing up or feeling like you were trying to pull somebody out of their shell and they weren't fully showing up. But you're recognizing, I'm done with the conflict. I'm done with the deceit. I'm done with trying to prove self. I'm done with the why isn't this working out? Why is this happening? Why do they always do this? Why? And you're like, no. Yeah, your cards keep wanting to fall off. We have the Hangman coming in here. It's a card that was flipped. And the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, your house is not built on a foundation that was able to be suitable for you. 4-4. You're recognizing that. 5-5-5. You're recognizing the change and the shift in your life that is currently happening for you. And recognizing that it is necessary, that it is needed, and that it is opening your mind and your heart to something that is so profound and beautiful. This release is going to be hard. It's not going to be easy. It is not going to be easy, but it's going to be a lot harder if you decide to stay in a place where you are mentally already left. You have physically already left. Like I said, Scorpio energy is about that sexually charged energy as well. Ooh, this card flew out. Yeah, 9 of Wands coming in here. You're at the end. You're tired now. Take that rest. Take that understanding and just comment. Yeah, you're leaving the old. The 8 of Cups. 8 energy showing up in here for you. 8, 9. That growth, that evolution. It's okay to mourn a loss. It's okay to mourn. It's okay to be hurt. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be conflicted and angry. But don't hold on to that because that leads to festering. It leads to you not truly being able to relieve self. Yeah, it broke your heart. Like I said, it broke my heart. It hurt my heart to leave you too. But I feel like this was a conclusive decision. You guys both decided to end things. Ace of Wands right at the end. You guys both decided to end things, that things aren't working out as they should or as you both would like it to. And so it was the end. It hurts your heart, but it allows you to truly see like, hey, I want to fully be in it. I want to truly create. I want to truly have that foundation where I'm me. And you could have been you and getting, but things shift and you feel like you had to keep up something, a facade, but you're recognizing that it all works out in the end once I allow it to end. For the attunement with the moon, it says emote, it's all better out than in. Right? So again, getting it all out, allowing that all to happen, versus looking for signs, hoping that you guys see each other again. If it's meant to be, it will be. I'm hearing that straight. Better out than in, I always say. Like, if you ever tried to hold in a fart that and then it gets trapped in your back and it just hurts, it becomes painful. If you hold in a sneeze, it can rupture your eardrums. If you are holding something in that is really rushing to be pushed out, it can damage you in the long run. Additional meanings, it's time to move from living fearfully to living joyfully. You're right to have your suspicions. Grudges are toxic. Let something go in the end of an argument. Okay? So, again, a lot of endings, a lot of revelations, a lot of truth, a lot of illumination happening here. Strawberries are sweet, but if you don't pick it when it's just right, it can be bitter and hard. Okay? So, this has been your reading, Full Moon in Scorpio. Thank you all for joining. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until next time.